What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Hypnotoad box and animation Throwdown. First up, let's look at the legendary pre-combo of the box, Shoplift Addict. So this is a great pre-combo to be running offensively for the Addicted Battleground effect. However, it has no place in a defense deck. With 47 HP, it will get taken out in one shot by anybody with a half-decent deck, so do not run this in your defense deck unless you want to give your opponents an easy perfect score against you. That being said, offensively, it's going to be doing wonders for you in the arena for Secret Fight Club. And if leveraged right, it can work offensively in the Rumble there, because its base starting attack at 20 is great, and it can only get stronger with that crazed skill there to get more attack turn over turn. When you factor in the Addictive Battleground effect attack buff too, right out the gate you're going to be hitting for 30 base, and then you're going to be crazing along as you go. That's only for the current Battleground effect though. Next time Addicted rolls around, I doubt they're going to be running the same exact effect. You also do have the 12 Leech built into this card, which is good to help try to keep it alive. That's going to come into play huge offensively, because with so little HP, you're going to want to have some way to get this thing to stay alive for you so you can actually build that attack up. The Hijack is also really nice just to try to stave off your opponents from being able to craze against you. So not a bad way to leverage that in your offense deck if they have something that has craze in their defense. So definitely a good thing there. I will say though, I think this is going to be a great pre-combo to run for Siege for defense. You can run this on a Family Guy island. With the additional buffs it would get from that, it becomes defensively viable there. And I think it's going to be a great counter to the Viking Peter armies that are just dominating the game right now for Family Guy and Siege. So it does have its place there. It just doesn't have a place defensively in Rumble. Now let's take a look at the legendary items. First up is the new Hypnotoad card. So this is a great item that's pretty versatile. It can run either offensively or defensively, though it does lean a bit more towards defense with its stats and skills. 52 HP is definitely really nice for defense. The 11 attack is just kind of middle of the road there for attack. It's not too high or too low. Skill-wise, this is a fantastic option to run if you want to have a healer for your addicted deck, because you do have 14 heal there to fellow addicted cards that are damaged. So great way to heal on up if you need those extra heals in there for higher scores in the Rumble and challenges. The 6 Hijack is a great skill to be running there for defense if you want to just stave off your opponents from crazing against you. And the 10 Cripple is just really good either offensively to kind of protect your card line a bit to minimize the damage you're taking, or defensively to just annoy the shit out of your opponents and make it really hard for them to take out your cards. So it works pretty well on both sides of the spectrum there. And the second item in the box, Chinchilla Addict Wayne, is going to be the defensive king when it comes to item cards for Addicted. It has 59 HP, which is one of the highest out there for item cards in general. The 6 attack isn't very much though, so I would try to stay away from this on offense if you have better options to run instead of it. Leaning back into the defensive talk though, it's got 9 Bodyguard, which is great. It makes one-shotting this card almost impossible. Between the high HP and that Bodyguard blocking out punches, it's damn near impossible to one-shot this card, which is always good in defense because you don't want your opponents one-shotting you. If they one-shot your slot 1 card, you're pretty much boned and you're giving them a free 100. This does have Craze built into it too, so it can get stronger turn over turn when it attacks, but with 6 starting out attack, it's going to be such a slow grind. You're better off just trying to get the combo made as soon as possible. And the last item in the box, Baked Evil Monkey, is going to be the offensive powerhouse for items for Addicted. With 20 base attack, it is one of the highest hitting offensive item cards in the game. Stat-wise, I would definitely not recommend running this on defense for Rumble, as 35 HP is insanely low. You will just be begging for it to get taken out in one shot. While it's true it does have the 11 Sturdy Wall to try to protect a bit there, 35 HP is still way too low, where the Sturdy Wall is probably not going to be doing much of anything to protect it. That being said though, offensively when you are in control of it, you can kind of control how much damage it's going to be taking, because since you're playing your own deck you can see what's happening, and you have the 13 Leech there, so you can get some HP back there for any damage you do take. I do want to mention though, from a defensive aspect, this is another one that, while it doesn't work for Rumble, will work great for Siege on a Family Guy island. Because with that added buff to the card there for it being Family Guy, it has some longevity there to where it can potentially survive more than just one hit, which would give the AI time to make combos with it for you. And speaking of combos, if you want to check out all of the combos that you can make with all 3 of these item cards, be sure to check out my box review video from a few weeks back. Also, feel free to check out my Facebook page. I still have the combo synergy maps for all of the addicted combos on there as well, if you need any points of reference for deck building or just want to have an at-a-glance look at the combos. And now with the items out of the way, we're going to take a brief glimpse at the characters of the box. Both of these are fantastic characters. We've gone over Lois Griffin several times already in quite a few of recent box reviews because she is a brand new character that they just added into the game as a legendary card. So we're not going to go full on in-depth on her because we've already talked about her for weeks on end here. You guys already know my thoughts. A brief recap though, I do think she's still a great addition to the game. She has great viability for offense and defense. I think she's going to be great in Siege. For Family Guy, and while she doesn't have a bunch of great combos right now, she has potential. She does have some really good ones, but I do want to see some more support from the game developers to give her more in future Battleground effects as they roll back around. As for Steve, we've also covered him several times in the past. He is one of the best defensive characters in the entire game. If you don't have a quad fuse Steve, you're going to want to get your hands on one. He's been getting more and more awesome combos recently for the Battleground effects as they've been coming back around, and he just has a great spot in pretty much any defense deck, and there's nothing really bad to say about him. He also works really well for Siege on an American Dad island because his skills do kind of support that. And he does have a lot of combos that support American Dad as well. So all in all, great defensive card. You definitely want to have him in your inventory just to have the possibilities there. Let's take a deep look though at the epic pre-combos of the box because those are new. So the first one is Trippy Farnsworth. This is actually looking defensively viable to run in your defense deck there. It's got above 50 HP and it's got some sturdy wall there to protect it a bit. So it can definitely potentially survive the one shot there, so it can work really well for you. The starting attack at 11 isn't great, but luckily it does also have some boost there for the skills, so if you do get other combos made, you can power this thing up. And you also have the jab there, so you will be breaking through any shields or walls with that attack. So all in all, it's a nice balance of skills there, and I think it can work relatively well on defense. And the other epic pre-combo of the box, Cougar Boost Steve, is another great one to run on defense. It's got 59 HP, which is fantastic, especially for an epic pre-combo. That is insanely high. Don't expect it to be doing too much attack damage though, as 8 attack is pretty damn low. You can make it stronger though by making combos with that boost skill, and if you get any attack off, you do trigger his gas effect there, so that's going to be good to kind of just shave off points from your opponents in their when they're attacking you with their rumble decks, so just going to make it really hard for them to get perfect scores. You can also leverage this as a healer card for your addicted deck, as it does have heal to fellow addicted cards there, so it can work as a support healer if you need more of those to help your own scores along in rumbles or challenges. So to recap, the legendary pre-combo of the box Shoplift Addict is definitely a hard-hitting monster for offense, but it's not going to be doing you much of any good defensively in a Rumble setting, as the HP is just too low. If you play that defensively in Rumble, you're gonna have a bad time. But it can work wonders for you offensively and in Siege if you're going for that Family Guy island there. As for your items, all 3 are fantastic items, and they're all new items, so I love that. It's a great balance of items in this box, so not a bad thing to look for. If you're trying to build an all-addicted deck and you want the items, this is not a bad box to dip into for that. As for the characters, both are great primo characters. You can't go wrong with either one of them. I would be happy to have several quad fuses of either of them, so definitely a great one to dip into for the characters if you need them. And then as for your epic pre-combos, I think both are great defensive options from as far as epic cards go if you need some more pre-combos in there for your deck. So when I factor all of these in together, despite the legendary pre-combo not being quite what I usually look for in a pre-combo when it comes to defensive capabilities, I still, as a whole, have to give this box a perfect 5 out of 5 Golden Turd rating. And what's more, I actually have just enough gems to do both special deal pulls on this box. And as I do need to get some more copies of each of these 3 items, I actually need about 2 of each to get another quad for each of them. We're going to go ahead and do those pulls, and hopefully RNGesus is smiling upon me today. Alright, so we got, first pull gave us one of the legendary pre-combos of the box, that's nice. It's not what I wanted. I want the items, but cool. We got one more special deal pull to go here, so hopefully we can try to get my items there, because that's what I'm blowing these gems on. Man, talk about some shitty luck on the special deals. I got one of the items, which is nice, but that's about it. It kind of boned me hard there on that. It's cool that I got like another Lois and a Steve, but I'm not actively pulling from boxes trying to complete those quads, so I don't really want or need them. So that kind of sucks. Damn it. Well, I'm gonna have to try to complete those quads that I need then from Golden Turd pulls, which I'm gonna probably be doing mini polls every week or so from Siege Rewards on my Facebook, so if you want to see the poll results of those, be sure to be following me on there. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to click that like button, and if you're new to the channel or haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you get notified of new uploads. Thanks again, guys. Peace.